Hi, I'm a VTuber, and I'm going to teach you how to do integrals. Now, I'm assuming you know how to calculate antiderivatives. This is kind of the similar situation as this integral, where the derivative of fx is inside the integral, and to solve it, all you have to do is find the antiderivative and find fx plus c. There are two main ways in which integrals are kind of categorized in a sense. One can be infinite integrals, or integrals with infinity signs on them, or definite integrals, or there are two x values from where they want you to solve the integral in. To start off with the infinite integrals, they are the more challenging and probably some of the first topics you will learn when learning about integrals. First things first, there are three main types: integral a to infinity, or integral negative infinity to b, or negative infinity to infinity integral. To kind of break it down, there are the three ways to kind of break it down. If you already know a bit about limit, this will help a lot. Where limit, where t goes to infinity, integral will then be integral a to t, or infinity, fx dx. For negative infinity, it's limited. Hi, for this one, I don't know why, but it cut out a bit. But basically, it's just the same thing as the first limit that I talked about, but just switch them, positive to negative, and then, yeah. For the third one, it is basically the second integral I showed you, t to negative infinity, plus t to infinity, or the first integral I said right here. This is kind of the basic rundown. I'll probably showcase an example for you. For definite, it's pretty easy, where the integral between a and b is really just the antiderivative. Yeah, the antiderivative f of b minus f of a. So just find the antiderivative and then just subtract b to a, and you're pretty good with that. To give a quick example of integrals, I'll have one right here where f is 1 over x, where the integral lies along 1 to infinity. To simplify it to its basic form, we give it its limit, which is limit to t to infinity, where infinity is now t in the integral. Same equation. We do the antiderivative of 1 over x. It turns out to be natural log of x. We put the limit next to it to designate its limit, and the t right here for the b and a equals 1. Just to give us like a example or a blueprint of how we're going to do the next step, where the limit to t to infinity inside this bracket is natural log of t minus natural log of 1, where natural log of 1 naturally eats or equals 0, which leaves us with the natural log of infinity, which equals infinity, and that's your answer. For a definite integral, the integral between 1 and 5 of 2x plus 5, the antiderivative of x2 plus 5x, you input integral 5 and integral 1 into the equation, so 5 squared plus 25, 2 plus 5 equals 50, equals 6, equals 44. Here's the major thing you must know. C, not included. It is a common thing where C is not included in any of these equations. Please make sure that, because they're going to kick your ass in calculus, I swear. Trust me, I know. Now, why am I teaching you this? Why am I telling you any of this, right? First off, I myself was very confused at first. In college and high school, when I first learned integrals, I had no idea what I was doing at all. Almost no idea. It was until I applied myself, did some research, did a lot of studying, and a lot of work when I was able to actually understand this. And I think this is a good way for me to at least put that work to use outside of school. Another thing is that I just love math, When I first learned integrals, I searched it up and found out the idea of integrals, right? The process of which we do integrals was first practiced upon by Greeks, fuck you Romans, that later transferred to Islamic and Chinese mathematics through method of exhaustion. I think methods of exhaustion were kind of what integrals were back then. And then once differentiation was combined with that, calculus was born. Stuff like that makes this so interesting and fun for me, because not only I learned history, I learned how to do things that I've never really thought I would do in my life before. So, if you find this video informative, thank you. This is like the first kind of video of its kind. I might post more of these if upon request. I hope that you learned something and that you'll be able to apply this. It will get harder. There will be more intense problems in tests and quizzes and all that, but I hope that I was able to give you at least some sort of reprieve. Thank you. Like, subscribe. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.